is a through ball. You see all these yellow shirts, and you see that window to split the defense in between. This ball wants to go straight into that open space for Bailey to run into. And so now you have the pass into the open space. She's already there, but she's obviously not calling for the ball as she should. This call out should say through, through. And then Rebecca should look up and see that pass in between, and then you have an open shot. This is a great through ball opportunity, or for her to pass it through. She's got 2 through ball opportunities here. She's got a window of opportunity to split these 2 defenders and pass it into the middle, or she has the opportunity to split these 2 defenders and pass it through that window. And she chooses these 2, and it's perfect. And a through ball in between these 2 defenders down the line to the top of the goalie box, but instead he passes the ball more to me, and as you can see, it gets trapped by the defense. Right here, this ball could have easily been sent right here, well in front of this defender, well in front of our own teammate. That ball needs to travel along this line. We need to get in the habit of passing that ball into the open space and allowing our teammate to run onto it. Good defense. Where is he going to pass his ball? Is he going to try to pass it directly at him, or is he going to pass it into the open space? Let's see. Passes it directly at him. We need that ball going into open space. He could have passed that ball all the way up here, but instead he passes the ball just right here. It's just a slightly different angle, but the idea is to get the ball into the open space, allowing our team to run into it rather than running right at the ball at their feet. So this is the only goal that they scored on us, but as you can see, he dribbles, he's taking his time because there's nobody putting pressure on him. Our midfielder should have ran in, or the one who got beat should have tried to recover, but he's just chilling, waiting for the right opportunity, makes a through ball into the open space, and one-touch finish. That's exactly what we're looking for, is a through ball into the open space, past his feet, past the defender, and then not taking a dribble, but just tapping the ball in. Beautiful through ball. This right here is a shot. That is a one-touch shot with your left foot, but he dribbles again, gets slide tackled. Miles made a great pass up to Alex. Alex makes a great pullback move. Here, our 2 attackers are way too close to each other. They're literally hugging in full stride right next to each other. I need this one to branch out and stay in his position. Either way, Alex should have passed it to one of them. Made a simple pass into this open space right here. If he would just put the ball right here, that right there is a perfect drop off for one of them to take the ball and have a wide open shot. We have to start seeing these through ball opportunities. But he takes the dribble, gets pushed off of his line. He gets fouled, which is good, but we didn't need that foul. We had a wide open opportunity. Again, she has 1, 2, 3 teammates waiting for the ball on the other side. She's got to be able to kick that ball on the ground and up or over their heads to the other side. The through balls are great, especially with Brandon kicking it over the top for the lob. We have him running and beating these two defenders, especially because these two defenders are looking back at the ball while Brian is running full speed down the field. He gets in front of them, blocks him off, he gets cluttered, and then misses the opportunity. But the through ball was a perfect setup for something to happen. So again, Carly gets beat and she doesn't recover. And then our two defenders are watching and backing up as she dribbles. She changes directions and makes a shot. Again, in an ideal world, Carly sprints in front of this defender and takes the ball back, or at this very moment, one of these two players says, I got it, and runs onto the ball.
Carly, you cover! Now why am I calling your name?
Back. She misses the ball, which is perfectly fine, but one, she needs to run faster to cut her off. 2, if she doesn't, then she needs to come in and cut that off. But instead, they're both kind of just like jogging, watching this player dribble to the goal and get a shot off, which is exactly what we don't want. We need somebody taking the ball and somebody marking the next man. She's got to step up to the ball. She's got to run in front of that pass. But they're both just caught watching.
Win it. Let's get spit on it. Good. To the wing. You guys are punching still.
Just like Coach said, we got to win those balls, and this is another good example of us doing that. The other team receives the ball, and immediately our defender sees that and attacks it.
Win it.
Win that ball, good. And then pass the ball up. Another great stop by Musa. The pass comes in, he's tracing that ball, and he stops it from moving forward and then instantly passes the ball out. Another good clearance. The defense's job is really to get that ball out of there as quick as possible. Preferably to our team, but even if it doesn't get to our team, at least getting the ball out of our space. Kicking it forward so that we can then get an opportunity on offense. Great defense again. That's the kind of defense that we're looking for. We need those quick attacks. You see the ball coming, and then you go and attack it. She makes a great pass to her wide open teammate. The second that ball comes out, one of our defenders runs onto the ball to win the ball. Our defender gets beat, but he doesn't give up on the play as he sprints down to then recover and make a good play. Again, referring back to our girls' game, this is the kind of defense that we're looking for. He gets beat, but he's still running full speed, trying to recover. Defense changes directions. We're still running in. Somebody is getting there to block the shot. On our team, for our older kids, we always have 2 attacking the ball, which is perfectly fine, because then we have a lot of other bodies here doing something. They're running down, protecting the goal. He's watching and seeing what's happening and then makes a decision to run onto it, while another defender in front isn't just watching him shoot. He runs in front, attempting to block the shot. So in this situation here, our supporting defense needs to stop looking at the ball. these two need to be more aware of what's going on behind them and the passing opportunities that they potentially have. As we already have two of our teammates guarding the ball, their responsibility now turns to preventing their teammates from receiving whatever pass comes off of it. As we can see, we're guarding our players, but our defenders are also guarding the space. Aiden's here guarding in the middle. Musa is guarding between these two defenders, and so is he guarding the two of them. He attacks the ball because our original defender got beat. Aiden then attacks the ball. He forces the pass. Musa's tracking that pass, defends the open space, wins the ball, instantly passes it out. Notice how he didn't take any dribbles. He instantly makes a one-touch pass to Alex.
Just for the shot! Just for the shot!
This is another good example of good defense. We have our first man attacking the ball. He changes directions and evades the defender. But now our defense has to make a decision here. One of them comes up for the ball, but the other one is also watching the passing opportunities that they have. So Musa did a good job of cutting off the pass, forcing him to then dribble, and then he recovers and takes this pass and then clears it out. So that's the kind of defensive mindset that we need to have, is forcing the offensive player to make a mistake, and then the 2-3 defenders tracing the ball and the passing opportunities. So we see here, he takes it, he's being patient, attacks, clears it. A big thing here when we do our kickoffs, when we do our kickoffs, just pass the ball quick. Just make quick passes and work together to build up the field. There's no reason for us to hold the ball and wait for something to happen. Even if you're wide open, just pass the ball off and move up the field with your team. So he passes it in. He holds the ball. He's still holding the ball. All he needs to do is pass it to one of us three who are wide open and just start developing something. But eventually he passes it. I make a one-touch. He makes a one-touch back to me. I be patient, and I'm telling him where I'm going to put it, and that's the easy shot. But that situation could have been perfect if Rebecca made the early pass to Lily Mack or to Bailey. Honestly, the best situation here is for her to pass the ball to Bailey, and then Lily Mack runs down the field and she gives another pass to Lily Mack. Because she passes it to Bailey, these two defenders collapse Bailey, and then she's left wide open for a wide open goal. That's got to be a pass. We got to work with quick passes. That right there, that touch can't be a dribble. That has to be a pass. And then she's got another pass here, and now they're going 1-on-2. But she dribbles and takes it away. For this one, I'm not even going to say anything. You already see it. You got two options that are clearly onside. And yeah, we're just going to play it from here. Head down, looking at the ball, not looking at her teammates. But it's okay, because we are learning. This right here is a perfect example of triangle passing and why it's utilized across the world at every single level. You pass the ball in. He passes the ball back, gains control, and here we have our triangle. 1, 2, 3. Makes the pass. Every single pass that is made, the defenders rush to the ball. So these passes have to be quick and accurate, but it's really easy to beat the defense because they instantly turn and run. Look, he's turning, and now all three of them are again turning and running onto the ball. As another smart pass is made into the open space, another one touch is made back to our open teammate. We end up losing it. But let's watch it again in full speed and then see what we could have done to progress up the field using this triangle shape. So first, let's watch it in full speed. He's wide open. No one's paying attention to him. Defense collapses. Defense collapses. Defense collapses. Defense collapses. Defense collapses again. So you can see the defense is always rushing to the ball, leaving our players open for an opportunity to move into another piece of open space and then receive another pass. So what could we have done to get out of this situation? First of all, Olivia was wide open in all of this green space. So the ideal situation in this particular moment was for Aiden to turn and switch fields, meaning he turns and puts it in the middle, and then this middleman passes it out to the outside. Because as you can see up here in the corner, we had two wide open players waiting for the ball to be switched. But what really should have happened, if we're going to stay in this triangle, is for the triangle to move down the field at the same time. So he makes the pass, he passes it back in, he passes it back out. That first scenario would have been for Brandon to take this ball down the line with his brother going with him down into the open space, and then Aiden staying in the middle, so they still have 1, 2, 3 as a triangle, just in different positions. So that's one scenario. The second scenario would have been Brian moving this way, Brandon moving this way, and then Aiden making this pass and then moving with the ball, which again would have made a 1, 2, 3 triangle. This triangle formation allowed them to go 3 against 5. So they executed it great with the passing, but now they just need to integrate the movement with the shape. The bigger problem here is that there's nobody here in this open space to help our teammate. We got her watching, we got her watching, we got her watching behind the defender. We need one, if not all 3 of these players. We need one right here, one right here, and another right here. Giving her 3 options to make the pass. Because again, she made a beautiful skill move, but she ended up not having anything to do after the move. And then she even turns to look, but there's no one here to make that pass to. And then she turns back again and gets it stolen. This would have been a good opportunity for some triangle passing. We have 3 players right here in the same area. She could have passed it here. She could have then switched it to the other side, or passed it up, or continued passing through the triangle. Right here, Carly should have moved into this open space, call for the ball, call for it back. She receives the ball down here, and now she has time to make another pass, whether it's back into the middle here or down the line up to our offensive players. We have to learn to play the space. Again, she's wide open and she's not calling for the ball. This is a great defense transition into offense. They pass the ball forward. We got our ladies over here running at the ball. Makes a great pass. We have 2 defenders. Luckily, they communicated, and Luke sees that he's about to take the ball, so he backpedals into the open space. That's exactly what we want, is to be looking at the ball, run backwards, and then run forward onto the ball for the through ball. Then he makes another through ball down the line. It had a little bit too much weight on it. It was too hard of a pass, but it was a great idea. But that developed from one-touch passing, which is the whole idea. He should have just made that pass instantly. It's fine that he took his time, but make the pass. I come into open space. Again, I see that my defender is running onto the ball, which leaves me open. But if I stayed here, he would not have been able to pass the ball back to me because, for example, if I didn't move backwards, I would have been standing right here. If I'm standing right here, he's not able to pass the ball back to me because the defender's in the way. Instead of just standing here, I moved back to give him a better angle to pass the ball to me. But what's the ideal situation here? I think passing this ball to Lily Mac's foot so that she can then turn and shoot. Let's see what happens. That's exactly what we wanted, but Lily Mac didn't move down with the ball. If she kept walking backwards and walked backwards into that turn, that would have been great. But she kind of stood there and watched our teammate dribble into her and then make the pass. The turn was perfect. All that she needed to add to that was her backpedaling and walking backwards deeper into the box so that she can receive that ball and turn as she's already moving forward. But she makes the turn and runs straight. As you can see here, we have our 3 offensive players, 2 midfielders, and 3 defenders. We lose the ball in the midfield. They take the ball down. And our midfielders are not recovering back down onto defense, which leaves a 1, 2, 3, 4 person attack on our 3 defenders. So they make the easy pass in, splitting the defense. They then make another pass, switching sides, with our midfielders still all the way back here, watching this play develop. And then they go in and get the easy shot on goal. And if you listen, you can hear Coach telling our midfielders to get back as they walk and watch the play develop.
Defense, you gotta get back. Midfielders, you gotta get back. Midfielders, get back.
So in a perfect world, the way that this should have been set up, this right midfielder should have never been all the way on that left side. She should have always been right here. This left midfielder should have dropped and recovered into the middle, because right now this opponent is not a threat and we're currently working on getting the ball back. As the play develops, we made a good stop, but 5 seconds just went by and these two midfielders are still in the exact same spot, which is the problem. They need to sprint back and cover these two wide open players. As you can see, the midfielders are still all the way out here. This play continues to develop. This defender should have recognized that we had two opponents wide open and cut them off before they had a chance to get to the ball. Luckily, she still makes the effort to take the ball, but she gets beaten through and just punches her way through into the goal. Great ball up the field.
Get in the box.
We got no offensive players up here. As we can see up here in the mini map, the ball is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 opponents are on their half of the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5. We're going 5 on 9 right now. We need our midfielders and our defenders to step up into their half to give us more points to pass it to.
Midfielders, get up there.
He takes a good dribble into the space, takes a good shot, just barely misses it.
Midfielders, you're not doing your job. Get up there.
Exactly, midfielders, you're not doing your job. You got to get up there. He had a good opportunity on the shot, but we could have created more opportunity by pushing up into their half. As we're all fighting for the ball, you can see all of our yellow defenders are all the way up, which is not good. We need these yellow defenders to be about here. So we're trying to keep the ball on their half of the field, but we also need to play it safe and recover in case they turn the ball over, which is exactly what ends up happening. They turn the ball over, and as you can see, we have no defensive line back here because everyone's bunched up top. And so he makes an easy move, and he runs down the field and makes an easy shot. And now we're transitioning on to defense. But luckily this time, we have a lot of defenders back to actually support our goalie. And then we make a good stop. The play gets pushed into the other side of the field, but I'm not going to chase the ball. I'm going to stay in my position over here and wait for the ball to come back to me because all the defenders are over on this side and in the middle of the field. So I stay in my position, patiently waiting for us to get the ball back, trusting my teammates. The ball then is starting to move down the field. I'll come down a little bit on defense, but I'm not going into the middle. I'm staying over here on this right side. I'm calling for it outside. He finally sees me, still dribbling, but he makes the pass. And I can take my time as this ball comes to me because the defender is so far away. I'm looking at my options as the ball comes to me. Let me show you again. The defender's a solid 10 yards away from me. I'm pointing for the ball through. That is me indicating a through ball, but he passes it directly to my feet, which is fine. I then continue to get even wider by walking backwards, allowing the ball to come to me. As the ball is coming to me, I'm looking at my options. I'm pointing at him, telling him where I'm going to pass it to. I use my left foot, which is my non-dominant foot, to make the pass into the middle. He passes it back. I have all this time to make a decision. Nobody's here, nobody's moving. I'm forced to pass the ball into the middle. Now we're just playing. I'm still standing on the outside, offering another drop pass. So let's break this down even further. I'm scanning, I'm telling him where to go, whether it's him making the through ball or him coming in for the pass. Once I make that pass, I'm not running in. I'm staying on this right side and running down into all this open space. He passes the ball back. I have a lot of time, a lot of open space to make a decision. I have a lot of people in the middle. I have nobody here to pass it back to. So I dribble around the defender a little bit. I'm still looking for options because everybody in the middle is being guarded. Alex has 2 defenders on him. He's got a defender in front of him. He's got a defender in front of him. I'm seeing this in real time. So I know I can't just kick the ball in there. I need somebody to get open. So I'm shaking around the defense. I'm putting my hands up like, what are you guys doing? I end up forcing the pass to the middle. Reed wins it, passes it back, and again, I'm still on this right side. I'm keeping my position. I'm giving him somebody to pass the ball back to. I pass it to him again, and I'm still here to support him in case he can't get by his defender. I'm still here. He decides not to pass it back to me. He forces the turnover. I'm over here just waiting for the ball. I'm wide open, letting them know. I'm telling him where I'm going to give it to. Easy 1-2 pass. Finally takes a shot. Absolute banger.